you might notice that as we age, our balance is not very good. I've got some people that tell me their balance has never been good. But here's the thing, you can practice it, it'll get better, and then you won't fall over when you get up in the middle of the night going to the bathroom and the lights are off. Right? So, all right. So this is a practice that I have developed because I wanted to be able to learn how to balance with my eyes closed. Because one of the things that is kind of a party trick for people to see is like, can you stand on one leg and your eyes are closed? And you're like, well, no, I can't really because I'm gonna fall over. So that's why I started doing this practice with my yoga class every week. And I will tell you that the people who are consistent in coming and doing this practice, their balance doing tree pose with your eyes closed has improved so much. So, all right, so to get started, we are just going to stand with our feet about hip width apart, maybe a slight bit of turnout. You just want to be comfortable. You know, we're not doing anything crazy here. We're just standing with the eyes closed. Now, if this is your first time practicing this and you would like to start with your eyes open so you can just see what the heck I'm doing, feel free. But I will describe, and you know, if you don't know what I'm saying, just open your eyes, obviously. All right, so starting with the eyes closed, I want you to begin leaning forwards and then leaning backwards and leaning forwards and leaning backwards. Your feet are still staying on the floor, your eyes are closed. We're going to do each direction about 5 times. So this is number 4. So here's 5 and to the back. And then we'll come back to the center, now right to left. So side to side. As you do this practice, I want you to notice what's going on in your legs and your core as your body alternates between muscles to help you stay upright. Here's 4 and 5. And if you're not going at the same pace as me, that's totally fine. I always tell people go at your own pace. All right, circle. So you're going to go forwards. Keep your eyes closed. And then you're going to go to the right. We're going clockwise. Go to the back and to the left and to the front and right and left and side. Here's 3. Around in your circle. If your toes come up or your heels come up a little bit, that's fine, but we want to try to keep our feet planted for the most part. And here's our last circle. And then we're going to reverse. So front and to the left, going counterclockwise, back and right and front and side and back and side and 3rd time. Just keep going. Notice what's happening in your legs. Here's number 4. And we have 1 more left, front and side, back and side. Without opening your eyes, you're going to come back to the center and begin to shift your weight between your feet and then begin to lift up one foot and then the other foot. We're just kind of marching back and forth, just low marches. Your feet aren't lifting very high off of the floor, just a little bit. You're just trying to see, can I shift my weight to my right and balance for just a second, shift my weight to the left and balance for just a second, and just alternating back and forth. It's like we're moving and then we're stopping, moving and then stopping. So we're not really worried about standing on one leg yet, but now we're going to. So you can pick a leg, it doesn't matter which leg. I typically like to stand on my left leg first because that's my better balance leg, so go figure. And then you can start with putting your heel of the opposite foot on top of your standing foot and then your toes. So right now, if I'm standing on my left leg, my right heel is on top of my left arch and my right toes are on the floor. Then you can begin to lift the toes off the floor and see if you can balance. From there, if you feel like you're good, you want to go to the next level, go ahead and bring your foot all the way up to your calf. We're going to go into tree. Now, for this practice, we're really focused on improving our balance. And so you can do whatever you want with your arms. So if you want to have your arms out to the side, if you want to have them in front of your chest, You can do whatever you want. We're still got our eyes closed. If you need to be near something to hold on to, like a wall or your kitchen counter, that's fine. We all have to start somewhere, right? All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. So I was on my left leg, now I'm going to my right leg. Again, if you're new to this and you wanna have your heel on top of the other arch, feel free. We're just keeping the eyes closed and we're trying to come into our tree pose. I always say every day is a new day. There's going to be days that you feel like you couldn't balance to save your life, and there's other days where you're going to click right into it and you're going to find that sometimes it's really hard to talk and balance at the same time. So again, whatever you need to do with your hands is fine. Sometimes being on a yoga mat, especially one that's got a little bit of squish to it, just makes it more difficult, which can be to benefit or detriment. So if it's too hard, just stand on a really solid surface. If you want to make it harder, stand on a squishy yoga mat or something else, carpet or grass or whatever. All right, so we have completed the eyes closed portion. Now that you've done it with your eyes closed, we're going to do it with the eyes open. And if you've tried to balance, if you anytime recently have tried to balance on one leg and you're like, I cannot do this, by doing everything that we just did, you might surprise yourself. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and bring my foot all the way up into tree, and I'm going to bring my hands right in front of my heart. Again, you can do whatever you need to do. You can find your focus point, your drishti if you need to. Center your breath, engage your core, feel grounded into the floor. The floor is holding you up like a tree, grounding through roots into the ground. Now, if you want to add a little bit extra spice, you can take your hands up, maybe, and around and come into goddess. So if you find your balance, if you really want to challenge it, see if you can move your arms. So being able to move your arms helps you know that your top is relaxed and you're grounded through the bottom leg. We try to stiffen up, that actually will make us fall over. So, all right, other side. Coming into tree on the opposite side. Again, just ground, feel connected with the earth. Your upper body should be able to do whatever it wants to do. We're going to bring our hands in front of our chest. And then again, we're going to try to take our hands up and around. I like to add my breath with that. Still finding your focus. All right, bring your hands back together. And go ahead and bring your foot back down to the floor, nice and gentle. All right, so I'm gonna add a little added bonus. So this is a move that I learned when I was going through my yoga certification back in the day. It was part of a Yoga for Athletes class taught by Victor, which was one of our teachers for my yoga certification. And this is one I love to bring in every now and then because it's quite challenging and it's fantastic. So we're gonna pick some apples, which today, right now, we're like mid-October, so it's a perfect time for, Fall Fest and apple picking. So we're gonna sit down in our figure 4 position here, and we're gonna pick some apples. So get your barrel ready, and you're gonna 5 times reach down. You're gonna pick up an apple, and you're gonna put it in your basket. You're gonna pick up another apple off of the floor because they fell off the trees, right? Here's number 3. And in your basket, and here's number 4, in your basket, and here's number 5, in your basket, and you're done with that side. So Shake it off, because I know those hips get lovely and tight after that. So opposite side. So again, bring your ankle under your thigh. Obviously this is advanced. We're gonna sit down, and here's our baskets, right? So we have 1 into the basket, and 2 into the basket, and 3 basket, and 4 and basket, 1 more, 5 and basket. I thought it might be really fun to pick up weighted balls for this exercise, you know, just that could be fun. All right, awesome, coming down. All right, so if you have made it through this video, fantastic, congratulations. And I will have more advanced balance work coming down the stream.